Hello, and welcome to the His and Her Show with Jody
and Alex Bisiak.
And today we'd like to talk a little bit about unplugging. Earlier this month, actually last week, we talked about healthy habits. And then earlier we even talked about goals. And maybe you're thinking, how do you even make your goals happen? Or
where do I find the time?
Yes, where do you find the time? And one of the biggest things is unplugging. And I'll get into that in a minute. And then the other thing is this can actually be a really good, healthy habit. Again, like last week, we mentioned a healthy habit, though, has to really feel in line with who you are. So this might be not a thing, but it has changed my life on so many levels. So unplugging can really give you extra time in your day.
Oh, absolutely.
Like there's so many benefits. It gives you more time. You can be more present with your loved ones, your friends, and you can be in the moment just with yourself. So what do I mean by more time? Think about how much of your day you spend browsing Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any social media. And you're just doing that or commenting on things. Now, if this fills you up and you're you're in a supportive group and that's bringing you joy or you like sharing and things, that's really great. And I'm not saying ditch social media. I'm just saying I actually personally schedule time in your day or in your week to unplug.
Yes, I think that's key. That you can come at it from both sides. You either schedule it so that this is the time where I will be doing things like answering emails, commenting on social media, that kind of stuff, and that might work for you. And if it's the other way around, where you're like, no, I have a lot of things I got to be commenting on, a lot of things I got to be looking at, that kind of stuff, then you need to go the other way and schedule specific times where you are not doing that.
So I actually do both, though. So I haven't actually. Sure. At the end of last year, I kind of got away from it, but I was. Especially in the summer, I'm very mindful of my time because I want to be outside as much as possible and things. But actually, I love having just a day with the family, a day to just be fully present with our kids. And I grew up where, Sunday was family day. My parents did all the cleaning around the house on the Saturday and all their other tasks. And Sunday was just like being together. And I really love that. And I think now, this day and age, I think it's even more important than ever to have an unplugged day. If you can't do an unplugged day, I highly encourage at least unplugging for an hour. And it could be like an hour at whatever. We also have a no phone rule at our at the dinner table. And I really am trying to be mindful of how often I'm on my phone around our kids.
Yeah.
When they see us.
That goes to me as well. Yeah.
Because it's like, I can't see what they're doing. I can't be with them present if my head's looking down on my phone. So
and they can see that. They pick up on that. They're like, mommy and daddy are more interested in their phone than me.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want that kind of feeling for our kids. I don't want them to ever feel like I have something more important than them. Like, yes, there's a balance. Like, yes, we have to do dishes, different things.
Sure.
Like, my phone should not be more important than them.
Yeah.
And if they can't, if I am doing work, then it's taking it outside into a different room and be like, I have to go work for a minute. Like, I will be back. But it's not, it's trying, it's just having limits, because we can literally be on social media or with email or whatever 24/7 now. We
can be connected all the time.
With how everything is. So it's just being mindful. And I even have stopped looking at my phone at night, where I just put it, I go plug it in and then it's gone.
Oh yeah, you used to look at it before bed or something like that. Yeah.
Well, sometimes I look just to make sure we don't have any text messages, but I don't go on Facebook after. And if that's why you're like, wow, you're not on Facebook very often. I'm very mindful of my time when it comes to social media and even emails now. So my full work day that that I have where our son's in daycare, I actually don't check email or Facebook when I'm in my work zone. And then I'll take certain times of the day, or when I'm like, I need a break, and I'll be mindful that I'm actually taking a break to look at my email and to check to make sure I don't have any messages on social media and that kind of thing. and to post and all that. But it's being very mindful of our time. And that's why I really love having unplugged days. I actually had 2 for a long time where it was Friday and Sundays. And I really just at least want to get back to the Sunday. Because Fridays, like, things have shifted a lot. But I had 2 unplugged days for a while there. It was a little harder to do.
And you might, like I said, you might not be able to do a whole day. And you might, it's important to unplug. I think you can honestly say that we're unplugged at least for a portion of the day every day, because it's like you said, now it's really easy to be connected, but because there's no phones at the dinner table, because we're trying to be mindful of not looking at our devices when our kids are around and just trying to be present with our kids. It's a little tricky because the tricky part with the kids now is that they both like TV, so they want to watch TV. So that's another thing that you can sort of we do push that as well. We're saying, okay, look, guys, I want to get back to like no TV at the dinner table as well, right? Because the TV is actually viewable from our dinner table, and the kids have gotten into the habit of like, we want TV while we're eating.
Well,
right? So,
and that is our doing, and we have to be very mindful of that. We did that because it was getting to the point where we couldn't have our kids, like, they wouldn't be quiet, and I couldn't actually, I was stress eating. Like, my food it hurt to eat because it was so hectic in our house, and it became that focus, and now it's like, okay, we have to recorrect or create a new healthy habit. Yeah. And, it's amazing how easily you do something because it's easy. And then later on, you're like, oh man, I have to
now trying to
course correct.
It might be a little harder, but like unplug the TV. I'm really looking forward to like family game nights, that kind of thing. Where
one of the biggest things
I'm playing a game together.
I love that too, and we can do that. Our kids are getting older.
They're getting there.
But the big one is Soul Talk Sundays, where we can talk to our kids, and it'd be like, why, when I say I love you, what does that really mean? Because we say I love you a lot, and it's really just opening the conversation. Like, do you want to know what that means when I say I love you? And I've said that to Anastasia before, where it's like, I love you, I love who you are, not when, if you're acting up or stuff like that's, I love you regardless kind of thing. So
yes,
having those soul talks.
I might not love what you're doing, but I love you.
Yeah. Well, that came after a huge conversation about love and things like that. But yeah, Soul Talk Sundays, where we're just slowing things down, really being mindful around our children and things. So
yeah, and like when you unplug yourself from, because it's very easy as adults to be attached to social media. Like, even if we didn't have a TV, we'd have stuff on our phones.
So here's the thing:
laptops, all that stuff. Like, it's all there. So it's easy. It's easy to just keep looking at it, to be like, oh, just look on something.
You know what's fun though? Whenever I forget where my phone is, or I'm so in the moment with our kids or I don't miss my phone. Now, there was one time we left the house to celebrate my dad's birthday in the summer, and I totally forgot it, and I only wanted it to take pictures.
Yeah.
So if you are the type of person listening and you can't let go of your phone for a little bit, I really encourage, start small then, half an hour, see how it feels. Because I remember I don't like leaving the house without my phone, because I do like to have some kind of, especially if we're, not together, or you need to pick me up or whatever it may be. And I kind of like to have that as a communication.
Sure.
But if you're holding onto your phone because you just need to have it to gravitate towards for just browsing, or maybe it's even become a habit. I know mine was I would have a couple minutes, and what would I do? I'd pick up my phone and start scrolling.
Yeah, exactly. A distraction.
And then what I did instead of that was I had a book on the go. And when I was bored, I'd pick up my book, and oh my gosh, you want to know how many books I read doing that?
Yeah,
I ate through so many books because I was I had a couple minutes to spare, and instead of grabbing my phone, I grabbed a book. And because social media is awesome, and we have this wonderful world that we can really connect with people all over the world, and we get to, stay up to date with our friends that we've known forever. And at the same time, it can also, people show you what they want you to see on Facebook and other social media aspects. Sure. So you might not see their everyday life. And it can actually get very
It gives you a very skewed view.
Yes, and it can make you feel really bad about yourself, and you can get down. So if that's another thing, if you're feeling low and you're searching Facebook or other social media, it's really great if you can grab a book instead. Like if you're having, a so-so day anyways, and you're trying to look for a pick-me-up,
pick up something. Try to do something instead of reaching for the phone, looking at what's going on in the world or with your friends or wherever else. Yeah, do something else.
Like picking up, or like an audiobook or whatever it may be. But like the biggest change for me was picking up a book instead of picking up my cell phone. And it's not that I don't scroll Facebook and I don't look. I do, but I was doing it all the time. And it really is. It's amazing when you can just shift. Like you pick it up, 2 out of the 10 times, and
Yeah, I had a similar habit where we'd be, Anastasia's gotten into the habit now where she wants to watch the video before bed, for example, right? And then I would get in the habit of, browsing stuff on my phone. Well, she's on a phone too, so why don't I get on a phone? But just because somebody else is still plugged in doesn't mean that I have to be plugged in too, right? I can unplug during that time instead and maybe appreciate, how beautiful she is, or how cute she is, or how much she's grown, or just how intently she's how intently she's watching what she's watching.
Sometimes I just love snuggling her when she does that.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I was doing was reading a book, but then it actually gave me a headache because it was in the dark.
Yeah.
But then what I did was I started listening to audiobooks. So I actually looked fully present, and then when I had my little earbud in, I was listening to something.
Now, does that still fall under the unplugged, though, if you're listening to an audiobook? I think we'll let that one slide.
I'm not talking, I guess in this case, I'm not really talking so much about unplugged, but in this point was just, looking at the screen kind of thing.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing about, it is unplugged in a way.
I was going to say,
because
let's slide.
There's kind of unplugged. It's filling me up, though. It's giving me information. Because it's kind of like reading, but in a case that I can't read because it's dark in the room.
Yeah.
Or not dark, but it's darker. The light's not great for reading. It's just giving me that place where I have it on, and then when she needs me, I can easily hit a button on my earbud, and I can be fully present with her instantly. And
exactly, that's what I'm saying. I think an audiobook is close enough to a actual book experience where that you can pick it up, put it down, that kind of thing. It potentially has more to, like, you can benefit from it. But because it's so much like a regular book, we'll let that one slide. So
anyway,
if we're talking about being unplugged and you're like, no, my audiobooks, it's like, that's okay. We're going to let that one slide. And again, it's about what really feels right for you.
So here's one of the biggest things for me that was so hard to do. So we live in a day and age where, like, somebody sends you an email and they expect you to respond as soon as possible, or a text message. And I remember thinking, oh man, I got to do this right now. And now I'm kind of like, it's okay. I'll do it when I have a moment. Like before phones, when we sat at the computer, that's when we would see our emails. Yeah. Like text messages are slightly different, but even my family knows and other people know I might not get to it right away. Like I might be in the middle of putting the kids to bed or having supper. And it's okay. Like we live in this age where we feel like we have to instantly respond back to somebody as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I think the more tools that we have at our disposal, the worse that gets, actually. Because it used to be just email and then email
tablet.
Well, now you get email on all your devices, which is one thing. But now there's a lot of instant messaging apps, right? And that's it's right in the name, instant messaging, right? But I think the idea there, especially if you happen to be like an instant messaging app junkie, like I was with Slack for a while there, like any time something would pop up, I'd immediately go on and try and respond to it. It's like...
And that was one of the best things, by the way, you've done.
Yeah.
Is not, when you got your new phone, you didn't put Slack on your new phone.
Yeah.
That is one of the biggest things ever, because then now when you work late at night, you're more mindful of it. You have to get your computer out and open it.
Yeah.
Slack, you were constantly, I would always be like, hey, hon, are you working or are you looking, what are you doing? Because if you're working, let's turn that off for now.
Exactly. So it helped me get out of the work mode for sure.
Yes.
I may eventually put it back, But then the healthy habit is like I will check Slack on my phone when, you know, because some people have it for it's like I'm getting my car detailed or my tires rotated or something like that, but I'm available on Slack, like during business hours, right?
Yes,
so I'd only be doing it while I'd be doing my business hours.
I really wish, and maybe this is something out here already, and if there is, somebody please tell me. I would love if all these apps on our phones would have like a timer where it's like you set it, I can only open this app from this time to this time, and set restrictions. So it's like, say, you know, I want to look on Facebook from like this time to this time.
I'm almost certain that there are. They're all parental control type stuff.
Okay, well, I have to look. I have to look because I really want to set that up then.
Yeah.
And because then, same with Slack.
Yeah,
because guess what? You have to be very mindful because it's so easy to fall back into like looking because it's there. It's in our faces. It's not it's no one's fault. It's literally on our phones, and all you have to do is like look, and it's, you know. It's there.
I think the takeaway for me, the thing that helped my mind shift was that it's an instant messaging system, which means I can instantly send a message to someone. And that's where it should stop. It doesn't mean that I have to instantly respond to someone. Mm-hmm. It just means that I can send a message to someone and they'll get it right away. Or like it'll go to their account right away. They may not read it right away. They may not respond to it right away. So that's where it should be. I should treat it more like an email, an email that I can fire.
But some people, and I even have that sometimes too, where I feel like I have to send it. Like if I see it come in on my phone or on, the best is when you're on the computer and they pop up and like so and so sent you an email, and then it's like and like you feel like I still have to work on that sometimes where I feel like I have to respond back right away. I have to be like, okay, it's okay. I'm going to be checking my email in an hour or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Like, I can respond back, you know, at this time kind of thing.
No, and that,
but like there's that need, you know?
Oh, yeah. Sure. And it was really bad for me for a while there, and it gets better if the more you focus on it, and the more you try to unplug for those periods of time throughout the day or week or whatever.
It's almost like you Jones for things. And this is why I mentioned, like, if you're a scroller or if you love looking at your phone constantly, take those baby steps. You don't have to unplug, like, fully for a day or whatever it may be. But just being mindful of how much time you're spending on there. And if you have big goals this year or you want to create healthy habits, this is where you can gain some time. If you write down how many times, like, you check your phone in a day, how many minutes that is, add it up. You probably can find time to then, you know, do a workout, meditate, tap. Like because tapping, if you're into tapping or you want to try it out, it doesn't have to take long. Same with meditations. I have 5-10 minute meditations. Yeah. Like I mentioned before, my self-love practice takes no more than a full hour in a day. You can lose more than an hour in social media in a day.
Easily. Yeah.
And I'm not saying like delete the apps, get rid of them, or don't look at them. It's just being mindful of how much time you spend. And if you find that you're just overwhelmed by just keeping up, like it's almost like keeping up with the Joneses. Like, I need to show my life's better than, like, unplug and just see how it goes for a day. Or like I said, maybe not even a full day, like a half day or an hour, and just see how that feels. Like, I know it probably was hard at first. I can't even remember because I did this for a while.
I remember, and it was hard for me.
And I can't remember. It's been a while. Like, I've done this for a few years now, and probably since we've had kids. To be honest, I've never really liked. I love social media, but at the same time, I don't like being tied to it.
Right.
And because, you know, remember that time it was way before kids, and I played a video game and I lost a day.
Yes.
I don't like things that I don't get. Meditation, lasting results. I have inner peace. I've connected with myself. When I play a video game for a whole entire day, like I think it was 8 hours, that was the last time I ever played a video game again. Because I'm like, no, I can't lose 8 hours of my day. So things that don't bring me, like, and you love playing video games, and that's okay, but it doesn't, I guess it brought me some kind of pleasure in the moment because I played it for 8 hours. But I'm like, I can't lose 8 hours every day or every week doing something that is like, so. So it's really just what do you want to do? And then, yeah, again, if you have goals or healthy habits you want to create this year, and if you're like, I have no idea how this is going to happen or what space, cutting out a little bit of social media time, or even checking your email, like the amount of time we take to open up our email, check them. Like I've gotten into actually a bad habit again that I do really need to change, is I do look at my phone again. Like I haven't been as mindful. And then sometimes I'm like, what else can I look at my phone? And then I started downloading apps like over the Christmas time, where it's like Santa apps, and we can get lost in our phones. So put them away for a little bit. Lock them in a box. Lock them in the safe. Put them away.
Give them
even
to someone
for
who won't give them back to you for an hour. Yeah.
And just be with your family. Be with yourself. And enjoy the present moment. And just embrace it. And it's really incredible being in the moment. But I have been there, and I still, like I said, I just fell into those habits at the end of the year, like last year, and it's just getting out of those habits now, where that phone is a tool. It doesn't have to be an entertainer constantly. I don't have to like stare at it and be like, hello, like how can you serve me today, phone? Like, it's here to, or like, how can you entertain me today? Because I'll be honest, there's days where I'm like, oh, what else can I like look at? Like, I don't want to put you down yet. And, you know, how much time am I wasting there? Where it's just like, I know we're running out of time. But the other thing is, we can use it as a distraction.
Yes.
When we don't want to deal with something that's in our life, or it's just like TV. I love using TV as a distraction, I'll be honest. You know, it can take you out of your own world for just, we limit it to an hour a day, unless it's Christmas season, then it's Christmas movies nonstop. But I love like stepping out of there, and it's okay to do that. But if we're doing it all the time and we're not really facing our own world or in our own life, then it becomes like more of an escape and a runaway kind of deal. So anyways, I'll end there because
yeah. So try to, if you're thinking, how am I going to fit this stuff into my day? How am I going to find the time to create new healthy habits, or be more mindful, or that kind of stuff? Start by looking at how much time you're spending plugged into devices, watching screens, that kind of stuff, and start
things that aren't filling you up.
Start taking that time back. Put the devices down, turn them off. Start taking that time back.
Yes.
Be glad you did.
Yeah. I know I have been. Okay. Well, we hope you found something awesome in here, and we hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Bye for now.